Hey, I wanted to pop on and say, can you believe it is day 23 that I've been eating raw? And guess what? It's like, oh, I forget. I have to count on the calendar or something. But Kerwin has been doing raw with me a couple less days, I think, like maybe day 21 days. He might actually have started on January 1st. I should keep an eye on that. I gotta double check. But we're doing fantastic. And I thought, well, I haven't done a video about this lately at all. So I thought I just better just say something now because I really want to document how this journey goes. So for those of you who don't know, this is a 160-day journey that I am on to eat only raw and living foods. And it's just going amazingly well. And I've really been inspired lately by all of the things I can eat. So not just, I know people think raw, like, oh, you can't eat anything but, fruits and vegetables. Well, there's an awful lot of fruits and vegetables for one thing. But the other thing is there are so many different ways to prepare things, and there are so many foods that I can have that you probably think only can be eaten cooked, right? Like garbanzo beans, like beans in general. Garbanzo beans, black beans, I don't want kidney beans ever, but there's other kinds of beans too. But they can be soaked and sprouted, which turns them alive, and then they can be used in lots of different ways too. Hey Lynn, how are you? It is, pretty impressive, right? But more is gonna come as I get. Could you imagine, like, it's not even 6 months. Did I say 6 months? It's 160 days, or I think like 5 months and a week. But yeah, it's cool. And I'm discovering I'm gonna start. I bought some. We'll see how it goes. Lentils as well. Don't need to be cooked. I can soak and sprout them as well. And if you guys look in the like vegetable section in your produce section of your store, usually in the refrigerated part by the veggies, there are the sprouts that you can buy in those little, packaged containers. This is Larkin. He's my camera guy. Always coming on to say hi when I'm on camera. He's like, I know it. I got fans. But if you look there in the cooler section, where the sprouts are, some of the sprouts, depending on your store, of course, they have lentil sprouts. They even have like mung bean sprouts too, and they're so delicious. So I'm gonna try making them myself. But there are so many recipes I'm finding I've been keeping it super simple. Like we're super simple, guys. I mean, this is so basic. I'm eating about 2 meals a day. I'm not really hungry in the mornings, and so I eat my first meal around 12 or noon. 12 or noon's the same thing. 12 or 1 o'clock usually, and then we'll have dinner, and I've been good. I'm not drinking coffee. I'm doing tea now. I did realize that I haven't been drinking only herbal tea though, so I need to fix that. I've been drinking like this white pomegranate tea and a couple different versions of green tea, and so I really kind of want to get off those too because they do have a little bit of caffeine in them, and it's not really the caffeine I'm trying to get rid of, it's the coffee and the toxins in the coffee. But I thought if you're addicted to a stimulant, you might as well just totally get off of it, right? And just really, I don't need it for the energy, so that's fine. And I was really starting to feel sick drinking coffee. Like I'd get a couple sips in and it was just not good anymore. So I thought, great, well, I think I'm naturally weaning myself off of coffee and realizing it's time to move on. So I've been drinking a lot of chamomile tea, but those couple other few ones too that I want to, I think, eliminate. Yes, soaked and sprouted, so much better for your gut. Absolutely, right? Even with the nuts too, like raw nuts, once they've been soaked, you can digest them now. And that's most people's problems with them, really, that aren't necessarily allergies. They're just digestion issues, So Lynn says hi to you. I'm here scratching his rear end because he loves it and he wants attention. So I don't have it handy. I found this new book I picked up. It's a little bit more on the wild, local something. It's really using things in season and different fruits and vegetables and things you can even harvest. I mean, not necessarily here in Vegas, but she wrote it from Colorado. Things that she's getting there too, and really unique ways of preparing things using different ingredients too. And one of the recipes in the book even says rainwater, to use rainwater. I thought, this is what is so cool. I'm so excited about it because there's so much more like levels deep you can go into eating this way that really explore the creativity and the variety that's out there and the flavors and all that stuff, it's really, can you tell I'm excited about it? I'm so excited about it. Good for you. Good for you. Only using almond milk with your coffee. That's awesome. I actually tried, since you mentioned a nut milk, have you ever tried, that was not me. That was Nicholas, if you heard that. Okay, so I think it's because the energy comes up in the house. It was quiet, and then I get on a live video, and now I woke them up with my energy, right? And so they're coming over because now Nicholas is here too. Trying to think of the nut. Hazelnut. Have you had hazelnut milk, Lynn? I read about it that it was really great for putting in your tea because it doesn't separate. Like, you know, like almond milk, you have to like shake it up sometimes and all. This doesn't, and it went in. It didn't look like it curdled either. Like sometimes when you put it in, it looks a little weird. Guys, you gotta calm down. And it was amazing. I did hazelnut milk with dates, and then of course you do have to strain that if you make it yourself. And then I added in, I think I added in a cupful of vanilla extract, and it was so yummy. This is like my new favorite, and it went great in my tea. It made it like this. I did Earl Grey, loose leaf Earl Grey with some honey and this hazelnut milk. So yummy. Seriously yummy. Okay. He's back. He's like, I need more attention, Mom. That's not enough. Now I got a fan who's watching. You've had that one too? Awesome. It's so cool. Such a new discovery for me. I'm so excited about it. But thanks for stopping in. I will see you again later. And so one thing I wanted to share with you guys too is aside from just all of the excitement that I have over the new recipes and produce and ways I'm discovering and starting to dabble in new things to be experimenting on, which is really inspiring and keeping me motivated with it too. That being said, I'm surprised at how simple it is right now. It's just really been so easy. The only time I get tempted by anything is if I've gone too long without eating and I'm just hungry, and then you see something convenient around you. It's just like, oh, but I don't really want it. I just want the convenience of it because it's right there, you know? So I just probably need to still carry something with me, you know, a quick snack for a moment like that. Oh, actually, and these are coming in real handy. The Youth Factor Antioxidant Superfood and Antioxidant Boost Powder. These are coming in really handy. I've discovered that I love them. Now that I'm really focused on my health right now, I'm really paying a lot of attention to the self-care, and I'm really taking the time to take care of myself a little bit better, stepping it up. Like, I'm being consistent with things that I haven't been. I'm doing more of the other random healthy things, like I'm getting back into skin brushing, and I'm doing the oil pulling with oregano essential oil in it that is so good for your teeth. Just doing more time, taking time for visualizations, and I'm working on incorporating meditation back in and on. So it's working really well. I'm just feeling overall a lot more vibrant and alive, which is great. And this packet here has been really helpful too, because it's become my afternoon drink. You know, when you've had enough of tea and you're just kind of wanting something different, this is really great to pop in your water in the afternoon to give you a different flavor. It's not, you know, just water. As much as water is still tasty, it's nice for variety. And then it gives you a kick of energy too. And if you're doing a bunch of live videos, or even being on Zoom as I have been recently, it's something new for me, sucks a lot of energy out to get used to it. And so I've been really dependent on these for the energy before, during, and in between these different Zoom events that I'm doing. This is coming super handy. And also, as used to be after dinner coffee I would drink. I mean, how many of you drink coffee after dinner? I think is the perfect thing. Doesn't matter if it's late in the day. Coffee is just great after dinner. It's the digestive drink, so the Italians say. But they don't have cappuccinos in the evening. So no dairy in your coffee in the evening. But now that I'm not having the coffee, this has become my after dinner drink. And your food is good anyway because it's raw, because it's got energy in it, so you're already not feeling weighed down. But it just gives you that little, you know, finish to your meal. Feels really good. And then you just kind of get an extra little lift as well. And on top of your food, it's just really awesome. So I'm doing that and I'm loving it. I thought there was one other thing I was going to share with you guys on this update. I think the dogs have distracted me from it. Hey Karen, hi, how are you? So I wanted to share about Youth Factor, the powder, how it's working for me, my recipes that I'm discovering, all the foods that I can be making. There was another thing. I can't think. But day 23, it's been going really good with all that I'm eating. I found a recipe I lost. Well, I didn't find the recipe. I wanted to make this recipe, but I lost the recipe. And so I've been kind of like playing around recreating it today and trying to figure it out. My little Joy Bites that are so good. They're such a yummy dessert. So I'm making those right now, which is, I wanted a little bit of sweetness tonight. And so they've got like honey and sunflower seeds and raisins and chocolate and almond butter and stuff in them. So it may not be the original recipe I made before, but it's pretty darn good. So I'm gonna have that for my snack right after this this video here. So I can't think of the other thing, but that's fine. I'm sure I can come back another time and as well keep you posted. But I just wanted to drop in real quick and share with you how things are going for me. Oh, I remembered. There you go. Transitions. That was the third thing I wanted to share with you, is that what I've really noticed is, and here's Larkin again, he's making an appearance. It's like, hi mom, can everybody see me good? Everybody see my face? Aren't I cute? Yeah, there you go, okay. Transition time. You know, when you move from one thing to the next, like, you know, you finished up, like today I had lunch with a girlfriend and had a great time, a lot of talking, and leave from there, and it's always like I need to kind of decompress for a second before I can get going to the next thing. And what I'm noticing is that it's a much smoother, quicker transition. It's almost like I don't really take a transition time now. It's like by the time I drive home or drive to my next place or thing that I'm doing, I'm ready to go. And it's like a seamless, it's such a smooth transition to the next thing I'm doing. And I love it because that energy is carrying me through, you know, all day. The food that I'm eating, the supplements that I'm taking, there's just sustaining that energy, and it's great. Like I got home from my lunch date today and I swept off the driveway. I didn't even get in the house before I got out the cart with the dolly. I got the dolly out of the garage, pulled the car in, swept off the driveway, and then unloaded the dirt that was in the back of the car and wheeled it on the dolly into the backyard. And then I went in the house and then I got going on my next project, and it's just kind of going and going. You just go from the next to the next, and it feels very much of a flow, and it's a really really fun feeling, and I'm getting a lot done. I'm being so productive this month. It's crazy. I'm doing so many different things, and I'm kind of bopping all over the place with it, but I'm loving it. Hi Gary, how are you? I'm just sharing with everybody, I don't know how much you've seen, just about my raw update. I'm eating raw for the next 160 days total, and I've already been, today's my 23rd day in, and so I'm just trying to kind of document some of my results as I go, and it's been pretty fabulous. Larkin keeps making an appearance here, but I'm having a blast with it. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Now I will let you go. If you're catching the replay, and you have any questions that you want to ask me about it or anything like that, feel free to do so. I'm sharing recipes and a lot of other things too in my Joy, Wellness, and Women group. You're welcome to join that. If you want in, just raise your hand or something in the comments. I'll invite you to that. Yeah, and I'm redoing my website, so I'll have that back up and running shortly, because I'm going to post all of these different videos and blog things there, so you'll be able to see, follow along more on the journey if you're curious about it, or maybe want to do something yourself, even if it's just one meal a day, right? So there you have it. That's all she wrote for now. I'll be back again soon, so bye everyone. Thanks for watching.